Now, there's been a lot of talk about this. It's been the biggest story in the world. It's even trickled on to mainstream media after Nick Shirley, his viral expose came out 42 minutes long. He said that the next video is going to expose even more nonsense going on here. And I think, look, whether he was the first or not, it doesn't matter. He's put the magnifying glass on everything that's going on, and he's really busted the whole gate down, I would say, when it comes to this. And finally, things are happening. And I think that we can all agree is a good thing, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we briefly touched on this yesterday, but at the very tail end of the show, we saw this video pop out where the Somali daycare, who falsely claimed, they said somebody broke in and stole their student enrollment documents. They're now showing off where the burglar entered. It says, unfortunate for them, the cuts in the sheetrock seem to have been made on the inside of the actual building itself. So let's go ahead and take a look at this right here. So it's, once again, it's impossible to break into things when you're cutting out of things.
Of what they say vandals did. Now, this is where they say the vandals got into the daycare through cinder block and appeared to be unsuccessful when trying many other ways. The daycare says it appears the vandals first tried to saw into the door of the Family Dollar next door in the shopping center, but that didn't work. The manager claims those who broke in went straight to the office, stealing information of the many children who were taken care of here.
What are the odds, huh?
Very specific that they broke in, managed to go all the way to that specific filing cabinet, open it up, and take out the exact documents needed.
Yes, exactly. They just knew exactly where to go.
I'll say also more interesting for me is that that's the story that the news chose to follow.
Yes.
That of all of this, it's that someone broke into their place. That to me tells me everything.
All those security windows, you think they'd have cameras?
Well, at a daycare center, you're supposed to have cameras.
Yeah.
Your job is to keep track of all these things. Why didn't they ask that? Why did CBS News Minnesota not ask this? Well, do you have cameras of this exactly happening? Because, it seems pretty crazy if you have a daycare center. You got to be able to track where the children are at all times, right? Right? Let's see what this guy had to say about this obvious theft here.
We are not a part of any harmful things that are being said. We have no problem with CCAP, and our licensing has been good. Even the inspections.
He needs to go to the Learning Center to learn how to speak.
This does not put a whole lot of trust. And by the way, look at the white liberal women in the background here. Just, oh my God, it's always the white liberal women. Always.
No intimidation is going to stop us.
10 years.
What's that, Blabs?
She looks like she hasn't slept in 10 years.
Well, I mean, that's what happens when you're constantly trying to solve the world's problems when there's no problems, right? I mean, just saying, she does have those bags under her eyes and looking for her moment to shine in the background right here. They will not be intimidated, guys. They will not be intimidated by the propaganda that's being thrown out there about them right here. The blatant propaganda. Did you see the video of this got pretty viral last night as well. It says, on my word, this might be the most damning video for the Somali community. A Somali just covered her mouth in shock when she actually accidentally read "fraud is bad" on the script. She wasn't supposed to say that out loud. Did you see this?
I did.
No.
Okay. Well, we're going to watch this and then yeah.
If childcare is cut, I'm unable to work or go to school. I understand fraud is bad.
What the fuck retarded shit just happened?
I'm with you. I don't understand. Like,
it's like she's trying to say, I understand fraud is bad, but I need to do it so I could going to school
and
make my money.
like, what a blatant statement. I mean, yes, fraud is bad. Why would you backpedal from that and not feel comfortable to speak anymore? That's what I doesn't make
There's
sense.
another
She's
video with the
guilty
lady
of
right
it.
behind her speaking and also doing another slip about fraud going on.
Yeah. Yes.
She's probably getting paid off. And then she's like, oh, I think fraud is bad, though, but I'm getting paid off. Oh, conflicted.
That's the only problem with it. That it seems to have been like it was going to be followed by with a but.
Right. But
But it does make us a lot of money. So
right. We're doing pretty dang well. Yes. And here is the other lady that you're speaking about, Wrangler, here, as we look at this. Is a daycare activist covers her mouth after she slips and says there is fraud.
And I do see some signs over here that say stop fraud, and I agree, stop it. There are wait lists for these programs that are years long. There is fraud, and I do.
what is wrong with all these retards?
Fraud.
I mean, it's almost like we're watching a movie. It's almost like that.
Like they're trying to get around their lies and then they keep admitting it. There is fraud. Oh God, I wasn't supposed to say that.
I said a fact. Fuck.
What do I say next? There's fraud. Oh shit.
I
Oh,
want to put these guys on a game show. I think they'd be so fun to watch.
Well, Nick Shirley's reporting has obviously blown up. It's done very well. He's made a name for himself in a very short amount of time. He's been grinding for a while. Now has over 1 million followers over on X after blowing up from his report. And he's done exceptionally well. I think his YouTube channel has grown up spectacularly. 134 million views just on the post over on X. And I'm curious to see what it looks like over on YouTube, because that's been the big discrepancy of like, well, it has 134 million on X, but only 2.8 million over on YouTube. So like, it has to be fake. It's like, people truly care, and that doesn't account for all the people who are also talking about this, like us and the hundreds and hundreds and thousands of other outlets that are talking about this story, because it should be talked about. With that said, saw this yesterday and was intrigued by this, as Chris Pavlovsky over at Rumble, he's the CEO, posted this, says the investigative work by Nick Shirley is top notch. We need more of it. Nick, Rumble wants to give you a deal. Live stream your work raw and unfiltered. We will pay you for your streams. You can keep YouTube going, but we'll pay you far better than YouTube ever will. DM me right here. Which, hey, awesome. I think that's actually great to see. And do I think that he takes the deal? No, I don't. And let me tell you why. I don't think he should be live streaming where he's at. I think that's extremely dangerous. And any sort of deal from Rumble better be pretty pricey, because he's got to pay for insurance to cover the cost of him being with him constantly. Because if you're telling people where you're at, that puts a giant target on you, especially when there's already a target on him right now. So the idea of live streaming it, like, I think it's a very, very good idea in theory. Hey, we want to pay you for your work. Because I think that, you know, what did I say a couple days ago? Like, if I was a news organization, I would reach out to Nick Shirley and try to bring him on as fast as I possibly can. 23-year-old guy. Doesn't matter if you've been to journalism school. Doesn't matter if you've, you know, all these things that people say, oh, he's never done this, never done this. The point is that you don't have to break these stories, right? I would, if I was CBS, NBC, or Fox, or CNN, or any of them, I would be reaching out to him or his mom or whoever handles his business, and definitely make him an offer to join their news department. And more than anything, I would think that they would want to do that to kind of shackle him. Let's be real, you know. Eric, what do you think about that? Do you think that he should take the deal from Rumble?
the live stream. I mean, you never know if he's live streaming. Somebody who broke into that last place might show up and do more crime wherever he's live streaming.
It's a great point.
Exactly where he's at.
All right. Well, there's more here, because he has forced change, which I think is probably the best thing. Yes, uncovering the fraud is important, but he's forcing change. when it comes to how news media is reporting on stories. And CBS Evening News actually came out with about a 2-minute statement from their evening broadcast, their evening anchor, which I'm not familiar with this guy, but this was posted over on X. He says, on too many stories, the press has missed the story because we've taken into account the perspective of advocates and not the average American, or we put too much weight on the analysis of academics or elites and not enough of you. Huh. On the surface, that all sounds pretty good. You know?
May I interject real quick?
Please.
I actually wrote something to the post.
Oh, yes.
I'd like to read it. Thank you. Dear CBS, you are cancer. You are the enemy of the people. You are owed nothing but disdain. Your corporate extinction is of your own making. At best, you have the same value as a hot liquid bowel movement that requires flushing. Fuck you, your staff, and those that fund it. Officially Phoenix. Thank you.
Thank you, Phoenix, for that.
Thank you.
Blabs, I saw you scowl a little bit there. I think it was more about the...
It was about the poop. I said ew when he said hot liquid poop. I was like, ah.
I hear you. Thank you for that, Phoenix. Yeah. If we can clip that, Sam, and put that out on social media, that'd be great.
Stamped it. No problem.
Thank you. Let's go and see what they had to say, though. Hey, maybe there's some good thoughts here. Phoenix, maybe?
Yeah, let's see.
A lot has changed since the first person sat in this chair. But for me, the biggest difference is people do not trust us like they used to. And
not wrong. Not wrong.
It's not just us. It's all of legacy media. And I get it. I get it because I've been hearing about it from just about everybody for more than 20 years as I've traveled America on this assignment or that. My mom's neighbors in West Virginia, my own neighbors in New York City. Thousands and thousands of conversations in between.
Bitch has no neighbors. He's probably got his own building.
His own building? God, I don't think he's you don't think he's a Rockefeller or anything.
What do you know?
That might be. That's true. Yeah, maybe. All right, here we go. Let's continue.
And thousands of conversations in between. Sometimes people want to talk to me about our coverage of NAFTA or the Iraq War. Other times it's all about Hillary Clinton's emails or Russiagate. Or more recently, COVID lockdowns, Hunter Biden's laptop, or the president's fitness for office.
Curious which Russiagate he's talking about, the one that didn't actually happen, or the press on our current administration for that, or and which president it was fit or not fit for office, the previous one or the narrative that our current one isn't. It's amazing how that. I'm just interested to hear that.
The point is, on too many stories, the press has missed the story because we've taken into account the perspective of advocates and not the average American. Or we put too much weight in the analysis of academics or elites and not enough on you. And I know this because at certain points, I have been you. I have felt this way too. I felt like what I was seeing and hearing on the news didn't reflect what I was seeing and hearing in my own life, and that the most urgent questions simply weren't being asked. So here's my promise to you today and every time you see me in this chair. You come first, not advertisers, not politicians, not corporate interests. And yes, that does include the corporate owners of CBS. I report for you, which means I tell you what I know, when I know it, and how I know it. And when I get it wrong, I'll tell you that too. It also means I'm going to talk to everybody and hold everyone in public life to the very same standard. After all, I became a journalist to talk to people. I love talking to people about what works in this country, what doesn't, and not only what should change, but the good ideas that should never change. I think telling the truth is one of them. I'm Tony Dokoupil, the anchor of the CBS Evening News. Hold me to it.
What a load of garbage. That was so boring and absolutely word salad. And the best thing that he said was the last sentence. Hold me to it, which is literally what people are doing.
Well, I think
Dumbass.
the comments on this are pretty brilliant. But Eric, I'm sorry, Wrangler, Phoenix, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this.
Hold him to it. I mean, what he said, if he does what he says he's going to do, that would be a good thing. But do you believe he will? I don't. But hey, hold him to it.
Phoenix?
No, just fucking make them irrelevant and move on. We're done with them. They're extinct now. Yeah. Fuck them and fuck they had one job. Their job was to report the news. They never did that. You could argue that so many of the wars that we've even gotten into was because of them fucking lying to the people and being constantly in bed with everybody else, other than just doing the one thing they're supposed to do. Just tell the news indifferently. Just like cold facts. Just do that. No opinion pieces, none of that bullshit. This is like a guy standing in front of you who just cheated on you for like 20 years. And it's like, no. I've learned that this could potentially come across like not a good way. And so what we're going to do is we're going to cheat on you in a different way. Like, it's just fucking word salad. Kind of as Blab said, it's word salad nothingness. The way, if you actually even look at it, the way it was framed was they didn't even apologize. They didn't say that we bullshitted, that we covered for we didn't say any of that. They're basically saying like, we focused on like listening to the Faucis, right? Instead of listening to also getting the opinions of the people. Instead of like seeing that they didn't actually report things that Fauci was doing. You see what I'm saying? Like, they kept saying we rely on the experts, and that's kind of hoity-toity. We need to be of the people's, we need to get down to what they're seeing on the ground level. It's gaslighting. It's not even addressing what they've actually been doing. I don't know if I'm making any sense here, but
no, it does. Absolutely. Okay. So I brought up a couple things that you actually, over on Grok, that did a little research here. For this. So this is a courtesy of CBS. Now, CBS in particular does have a new editor-in-chief, Barry Weiss. Okay, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that. You guys familiar with Barry Weiss at all?
I'm familiar with Barry White.
Sounds familiar.
Barry Weiss, yes. So he's what? I'm sorry?
Barry Weiss is a female. She is the new editor-in-chief for CBS News. It's not Barry White, Blabs. Barry Weiss. Yeah.
We might actually have good stuff coming out then.
All right. So this guy, Dokoupil's promotion to evening news anchor in late 2020 has been portrayed by some sources as aligning with a more centrist to right or conservative direction for the network. Right here. Claims that there created tension in his marriage to MSNBC anchor Katie Tur, described as an ultra-liberal or staunchly progressive. He has pushed back against certain left-leaning narratives, such as questioning Democratic rhetoric in interviews and defending balanced views of American history. Earlier in his career, some commentary suggested moderate or progressive-leaning views, but recent actions have led conservative-leaning outlets to view him favorably as a counter to perceived media bias. Obviously, the reception to this has not been very good. Now, Phoenix, you said, what about COVID? So I asked like how he specifically reported on COVID. It says, retrospective criticism. It is widely circulated. Well, let's see. It says stance on COVID-19 appears moderately critical in hindsight, particularly regarding to prolonged lockdowns and school closures, while his reporting during the pandemic aligned with mainstream public health guidance. So at the time, he was just a part of the cog. And now looking back, he's saying, so. And apparently he did interview Fauci. So he said he was notably tougher than co-host Gayle King and Nate Burleson on CBS.
Which amounts
mornings.
to nothing. That what does that mean?
Right. So there you go. But I mean, maybe there's hope. And this goes back to, look, you're right. Prove it. Talk is cheap. Show us.
No, they're done. Go away is my response. Go away. You've had it. How many decades did you need? How many decades? Nah.
Well, none of us are watching.
You're
CBS
replaceable now.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're 100% right. Nobody's sitting down and watching CBS Evening News. 100%.
That was a message for the 70-year-olds who are still sitting there watching it on broadcast television.
Oh, they'll be dead soon, and we get rid of this garbage. I'm just tired of these fuckheads. Just get rid of them.
I'm curious. What is the CBS Evening News? What is the demo for it? Which I would imagine
60 plus.
Right. So it's wow. This is interesting. I don't believe this is accurate at all, but maybe it says the demo for CBS Evening News refers to adults 25 to 54. I don't. Okay. Says the 2024-25 season
That's just
average.
the key demo that every show wants to grab.
Yes.
That doesn't mean it's their key demographic that they actually get.
They averaged 4.88 million. You know, if you really think about this, like think about this right here. The averaged around 588,000 viewers in the demo, in the core demo. This is the advertising demo right here, which by the way, Normal Man, you are part of that demo. That's our audience, exactly what it is, 25 to 54 men. With total viewership being around 4 million viewers. So 4 million people are sitting down to watch that. Now, most of that clearly is over 54. If 588,000 people of the 4 million people are in that demo, that means 3.5 million people are over the age of 55 consuming the news from traditional, access media. So,
yeah, I saw the median age, according to Pew Research, is 58. Another source says it's 68. Wow. And then another source says it's 64, 63.2.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's like mid 60s is the average.
Wow. That is crazy to say. Well, like I said, if all else fails, if nothing comes from this, with hopefully things comes back to the Nick Shirley story, maybe potentially he's forcing some change. And I know, Phoenix, your stance of like, let it die, right? But they are going to try to adjust as best they possibly can. They see the media landscape changing, and they are going to try to pivot. There's literally too much power and mainly too much control around it. They have to be able to control it. A couple quick things. These videos keep popping up from the Leering Center. I mean, this is like the meme that just continues to give. And we'd like to thank them for the content that they have provided our show over the last week or so. Thank you, Quality Leering Center, for all the support.
It's like a Derek Zoolander joke. It's like right next to the School for Learning How to Read Good or some shit like that. You remember that?
Yeah, absolutely.
It's just because I just watched Zoolander for the first time in like 20 years, so I really do understand these memes. Kids that don't read good.
That's right. There you go. Here's this guy. This guy actually tried to enroll his kids. Check out the response here.
Hold on, man. What you said what?
You can take a picture from the sidewalk. That's not
This private property?
Yeah, that's not trespassing.
Hey, I'm just trying to enroll my kid.
Just letting you know.
Can I enroll my kid? His name's Abdi. Abdi.
You can the sidewalk.
Can I get papers?
Come back to
us when you were open on regular hours and we will work on you guys.
It's 3:48 on a Tuesday. This is now business hours?
Come back during regular business hours. It's 3:48 on a Tuesday, dog.
We're at lunch.
That's right. Unbelievable. And then we have this one quick thing about Nick Shirley. I hope that he does something with this giant light that's been put on him. But obviously NPR says NPR's investigation is on Nick Shirley. That's the story here. Shirley is a 23-year-old self-described independent YouTube journalist who made prank videos in high school before pivoting to politics. He participated in a White House roundtable in October here.
So just so we understand, kid who made pranks when he was a child, now as an adult is into politics. The end.
He did high school things in high school. What the hell?
Right. He actually responded to this over on X, and he was like, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't. Yeah, he said, they do realize that people grow up, right? Sorry I wasn't cracking down on fraud as a 15-year-old.
Yeah, but again, great. Do you have a response for the story? Like, great. I love that fucking sentence that meant nothing in the world. What is the response to this story? Like, that's what everyone keeps doing. They keep giving this weird defense and then like, okay, but what about the story at hand? Are you going to say anything about that? No? Then who gives a shit about any of this? As I said, even if it was a Klan member that said this, does that change the fact of the story? Are you looking into the story itself? Who gives a shit about who he is or isn't? Especially if you're not going to talk about the story. If you can prove that the story is false, then your character claims may have that may make some sense. Otherwise, who cares what he is, looks like, sounded like, did in his past, didn't do in his past? Who cares? I hate the news. I hate them. Sorry.
I love it. I love it. Hello, I'm Craig. Hit the subscribe button.